Hello, hello, hello. We are back for another stream. A little Friday night streaming. Kind of rare, but everybody went to bed early, so we'll play some baseball. Um, Anyways, figured we'd just kind of do a quick update on what we're doing with the franchise since I reset it, and then I kind of made some different changes with it, so my teams look a little different than they did before. And I figured we'd just do some stadium creator too. So I think I'll start a new White Sox ballpark. Yeah, let's get into it. So with the franchise, we are through. I'm still going to simulate a little bit more, I think. I've kind of been playing some games on and off, but we're through the All-Star break into August again. Just had a fun one. Anyways, with so it's still a 5-team, but we're doing the Mariners. Oh no, we're doing 6 teams. That's right. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, still 5-team. I just swapped out the Nats for the Padres. So, yeah, so our 3 American League teams, we're doing the Mariners, A's, and Royals, and then we've got the Nationals. Oh, that is 6. I can't add. It's late. Yeah, we're doing the Nationals, the Marlins, and the Diamondbacks in the NL. So, yeah, I swapped out the Diamondbacks for the Padres, and then I forgot that I added the Nationals too. But gone through that, we've gone through the draft. So we'll just kind of do a quick overview of everything. With the Marlins, they're the bigger ones, I think. Still doing terrible, but I have a long-term plan for them. But instead of going for Stanton and Kierstead, I went a different direction and actually got. It's kind of fun. I went with the White Sox actually, and traded for Moncada and Eloy. So it's been kind of fun playing with them now, and they're doing pretty well. Eloy's doing pretty well at least, but Moncada's been doing pretty good too. But it's kind of worked out. So we got Moncada at third base, moved Berger over to first. Eloy's our DH, and then we needed some outfielders, so we got Trammell and Sanchez. We were offered. They actually have a pretty. We kind of fix up the farm a little bit too, so we still have our pitchers, still have them for trade bait, and then what it did was got rid of a couple of people. So we got rid of our catcher, first baseman, just in kind of other trades. So Bell's gone, and got Bart. Ended up trading De La Cruz to the Dodgers for rushing. So we've got our kind of catcher of the future, who's already pretty close to our starter. So just needed Bart to get through a little bit. Has some plans for first base, but Berger's playing there right now with Moncada playing third. And then basically we have Brujan playing second until the other trade I made comes up, and that is Spencer Jones. So the Yankees are pretty stacked at center field, so I made them a trade to get Spencer Jones, and then once he's ready, I think we can move Chisholm back to second. So that'll give us a little bit more speed in the outfield, and then Jazz will upgrade our second base. So that'll be good. And then we have some bigger off-season moves planned. We'll see. Yeah, so I think they're in a pretty good spot for their draft picks. kind of see what I focused on. Not the best overall, but basically we got another catcher. Kind of focused on catchers pretty heavily, but then just some infield bats. Yeah, and then let's see the Nationals are actually in a pretty good spot already, so I didn't have to do much with them. They've already got some some good starting pitching, and then their infielders and stuff they all have some potential for the future. So we got Ruiz. Still need a first baseman, but that's not hard to find. We got Garcia, who's 72, 23 already. Third base, same thing. We got Senzel just holding off until House comes up. Who's House? He's already a 71 at age 20. 21. We got Abrams already, obviously. Winker's old, but we're kind of stacked with center fielders. So got Wood coming up, Cruz also coming up. He's crushing AAA right now too, so it's pretty close for him to get called up. Wood is also doing all right, and then we've obviously got Lane Thomas and Stone Garrett. So they're the older of the two, but so they're pretty solid. We'll see what happens. The other one that I changed, Kansas City, I did differently too. I did not get Jonathan India. I just kept it with Massey. So still have Witt. What's his face is out for the year, unfortunately. Renfro's out for the year, so tore his Achilles tendon, so that's not good. But he's out for the year. But we're in a pretty good spot with them too. So Isbell made a trade and got a first baseman of the future. So Manzardo, he should be coming up at some point. Same with catcher. So we do have Furman, but then yeah, they're gonna be in a pretty good spot going forward too. So Massey's still young. We got Witt, obviously traded for Baum again. I like him. So got him. Witt's gonna be around forever. Melendez is good. Traded for Bowers to kind of just be like a fourth outfielder and also first baseman. Because Pasquantino was not doing good at the time. So did that, but then we're pretty set with them too. Same with starting pitching. So traded off some of the older guys. And then I had to undo some trades. There were some wild trades that happened. So every time I do trades, I base it off of like baseball trade values. I don't actually base it on the game as much because I like it to be fair. But there were some crazy trades. Like, what was the one I had to undo? It was the Orioles traded. Yeah, that was my undoing of it. It took a while to undo it. They basically traded Jackson Holiday and maybe it just happened before. It was kind of a pain in the butt to get him back too. Must have happened first. I didn't notice it until the end. So I don't know when the original one went down. But basically, they gave up Jackson Holiday and Basillo for like a 28-year-old third baseman that was like a 75 overall. I was just like, no. So I did that one. But the other team that I changed is the Mariners. So this is our lineup right now. I went back and I've been saying since like 2021 that the last thing that the Mariners should do is trade Kelnick, and then they did it, and I hate it. So I undid that trade. I brought him back. Same with Marco and White. I just undid that trade and kind of kept it how I wanted it. So also traded for Marte, got Rayleigh. Still, obviously, Haniger, that one went through. But then the other big one I did is Kobe Mayo. So I always liked him. I thought that the Mariners should trade for him. I like him at third base for the future. So yeah, I did that deal. Kept it realistic. So we gave up Bryce Miller and a couple of other guys to even it out going the other way. So I just based it on baseball trade values. So according to it, I could have gotten Mayo plus more, but that's not realistic. So yeah, we sent up Bryce Miller. We traded, did like a 3-team trade with the Cardinals, and I made that trade again basically to send Castillo to the Cardinals. So pitching rotation, we have Kirby at the top now, Snell, Gilbert, Wu, who was actually our only. He's been dominating. He was our only all-star selection from our pitching staff. Hancock we sent down. We just brought him up, so he's doing okay. But that's because Marco was not doing well. But he's doing good at AAA. So that's kind of the only thing. And then with the Diamondbacks, it's been kind of fun because we have the young guys got called up. So made a couple of deals for long-term stuff there after we sent Marte to the Mariners. We needed a second baseman in the future, so we kind of made some trades. In the trade for him, I had to give up Harry Ford, so gave him Harry Ford, traded for Tom Murphy to kind of take over until Ford is ready. And in doing that, we sent made a trade with the Padres and sent Gabby Moreno to the Padres to get Jackson Merrill. So, but we are playing Merrill at second base. So now for the future, we should have a pretty good team. So we'll have Ford for the future of catching. I've got Walker still, but we need kind of a long-term first baseman still. And then Merrill at second, Gorman. Gorman at third. He came over. It was essentially I did like a fake like 3-team trade with the Cardinals, Mariners, and Diamondbacks. So that sent Gorman to Arizona as part of the return for Castillo. So that's how that worked out and why it looks that way. So we have Gorman at third. Lawler's up, but he's kind of struggling. And then we have Gurriel, Alex Thomas, and Drew Jones coming up, and then Carroll. So they're pretty solid. And then kind of the draft, same kind of thing. With Kansas City, we focused on pitching. Mostly wanted to get some relief pitchers and everything. So got a couple of closers, relief pitchers. So we got some solid guys in there. Same A's got some starting pitching, some good relief guys, and then ironically, our like second to last pick was our best one, I think. And he's another center fielder. So, anyways, that is the quick update on where the franchise stands. So it's been kind of fun playing with them. I do have long-term plans in mind for each one of them. So, yeah, so it's been fun. Mariners having a rough go at it. I pretty much simulated until the last few games, so got we'll push it back, but we need to make a run for the wild card. Let's put it that way. We got some we got some ground to make up. Nationals, Marlins were the two worst teams in that division, but that's fine. We'll make up for it. We got some plans for them. So Nationals are just young, and then the Marlins, we have some plans. And then Diamondbacks are, I mean, the Dodgers are on a roll, but we're 5 games out of a wild card. So, and then the Central, we have the Royals. We're not off to a great start, but again, future stuff. So I like where they're at. The Athletics are having a rough go at it, but I guess that was the other team I did change a little bit. How I did stuff with them, so their offense is pretty much the same. And the pitching is pretty much the same. Still went with Ian Anderson and Liberatore. We got Hendricks as kind of a salary dump from them. In a sense, he's not doing great, but he was like their 8th pitcher, being paid like $12 million, so 14. So it was kind of a salary swap there. And then we have Mason Miller's our closer. So yeah, it's been fun. But let's make sure I save that. I don't know if I did after my last game. So I'll show you kind of what I've done with stadiums. I've been going back and forth on when I'm actually going to move the teams into their new ballparks. I was leaning just towards the start of next year. But if I do that, then since I only have like a month left of this season, I don't know that I'm going to actually fully finish the Portland, the Providence Park, the one that I was working on. So I have not decided if I'm just going to finish that so we can play some games in it before moving into the new one, or if we're going to just play like away games this year or play them at the Coliseum and then just move into the next one. Because part of me kind of just wants to move on to creating like the White Sox ballpark that I'm going to start today. I would say I would finish the Rays ballpark, but I'm kind of at a standstill with that one. I don't know how I'm going to fix it yet. We need a lot more memory, so I need to cut some stuff down, unfortunately. So there's that. But in the meantime, I have gone back and actually made more changes to the Portland one. Now that I'm actually moving the team to Portland instead of Vegas, so I'll show you what I've done with that one. I think this will be the final version. There's one other thing that I thought about doing with it, but might just do it for the White Sox ballpark instead. So with this one, kind of just moved some of the signage over. Added some signs in left field instead. And then I didn't like the boxes going all the way over, so just kind of broke some of it up and built like a patio kind of thing there. And then just added some scoreboard stuff to the press box area. Might still do a little bit more with that. So I'm not a huge fan of that right now, but I'm at 99% memory, so there's not much else I can do without deleting other stuff. So I think I'm sure it'll be like my Diamondbacks ballpark last year where I played some and then some parts just drove me crazy, so I kind of fixed the stadium as I went. So I'm sure there'll be little stuff that I notice as I play games in it more, but I've only played like 3 innings in this ballpark so far, so I'm sure there'll be stuff that I notice that I end up wanting to change. So we'll see. Play it by ear as we go. But yeah, I think that'll be my Portland Athletics ballpark. So that's about as much as I can do. It's tough once you hit 99% because there's not much else you can do with it. So yeah, I think that's that. Yeah, the Rays one is cool, but sorry, I like changing the teams because I like the signage to be correct. So the Rays one is cool, but I don't know how to save the memory for it yet. I want to say it's at like 94% right now. Which sucks because it was definitely on pace to be probably my favorite ballpark, but yeah, I liked how that one was turning out, but there's a lot to fix. I have some ideas, but I need to actually try them to see if they'll work. But I liked where that one was going, but in order to make it more of a dome, I need to enclose it a lot more. And with 94% memory already, that's going to be kind of tough. So I need to remove some stuff, basically. So, anyways, that's that. So I'm kind of open to whatever. If you guys want to see stadium, I know this is planned to be a stadium creator, but I'll let you guys kind of decide what you want to see too. If you want to see gameplay, we can play some franchise. If you want to see Road to the Show, we can play some Road to the Show. Or we can start a White Sox ballpark. Which, until I hear otherwise, is what we'll do. So need to find a place to put it though, because I have no more saves. don't think I just like saved a base stadium either. Is there one that's just a blank slate? Oh yeah, there it is. Sounds good. All right. So I'm going to kind of do this one how I did. How I did the Rays Stadium, which is we'll base it on the actual ballpark because I actually kind of like the design of the ballpark. But we'll give it a little bit of our own twist too. So I've got some of the renderings up. So I'm going to be looking at those. But we'll give it kind of our own little twist too because we can't see the whole ballpark. But we'll just kind of make up our own dimensions. We want it to be realistic. I like the 330. I like the 330 ones. I think those work pretty well. Do not want a giant wall though. And then we'll break it and not make a huge center field wall. So that's fine. I think we'll do 8-foot walls. Seven. That's some robbery. What did I do? 8 to 7. I don't think we have a lot of options for wall colors though. Guess we'll do that. Pretty sure there's a way to like select everything, but okay. Cool. Okay, so kind of like that one. Okay. That's gonna be different. Mm-hmm. We'll just start with that one. Usually change those up at some point, so we'll decide that later. All right, let's do. I'm doing purple. The one thing that baffles me with these renderings is that all the seats are black. Is it just me, or does that seem like a bad idea? We do 2026, I guess. Oh, what is Chicago's altitude? Chicago. 587 feet. Dang. Do not have a name yet. White Sox Ballpark. I'll start thinking of who a sponsor should be later. I do like to name them when I actually put them in franchise, but do not have a name yet. So we will leave it there for now. All right. Let's get building. I think we probably want to do modern. Hate how this doesn't line up perfectly. the wall to get parallel. Should all disappear at the same time. Like that. So now that it's aligned, there we go. Get it snapping. Yeah. Gotta make sure everybody can see. This one should be a little bit more fun to do because it's not a retractable roof, so it should be more like our Kansas City ballpark where we're not going to have a crazy amount of memory taken up. use that many pieces for that, but it's one place where if we need more memory coming back, we can. So this one's going to need the same thing. Bum, 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 bum. Get your feet out of the aisle. So that should work. We cut it off there. There. So hey, how's it going? What's up, Lucas? Let's see. Good, man. Just building stadiums. I can't complain. What are you up to? Yep, yep. Oh. Dude, I love baseball, dude. Such a great sport. You have a favorite team? I'm a Mariners fan. Mariners, and then I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of baseball in general, though. But the Mariners are definitely my team, and then. But I like looking at all teams and just being like, I like what they're doing. It's kind of how I became like a Diamondbacks fan too. I liked what they were doing a couple years ago. Dude, love the Braves. I love how they. I think they have to be like the best run organization. Just between like making trades and like how they draft and stuff. Like obviously the Dodgers are good, but the Dodgers also just kind of spend money. So I just think the Braves are probably the best run organization overall. I mean, the Rays are always impressive too, but yeah. Yeah, they won't trade Acuna. That dude is so good. They locked him up pretty long term though, right? Didn't he sign like a 6-year deal or something like that? A while back, I guess. I know they're paying him like virtually nothing. Yeah, I mean, being a Seattle fan, I still hate the Astros, but I think once that 2017 got the 2017 team is all gone, then I'll be like, eh. But I have to admit that they're a pretty well run organization, though. Yeah, the Yankees are. Yeah, yeah, I love my baseball, but I love sports in general. It was just my favorite one to play too. So is that that's select a different. It's weird. I would agree with that. Do you play the show? 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, I love the show, but I'm pretty dang excited that NCAA football 25 is coming out. I used to play the crap out of NCAA like 14 and 11. Yeah, I got the pre-order. Is it released? It is tomorrow then, right? I think that's the early access, right? Couldn't remember if it was like tomorrow or like the 15th. Because for some reason I was thinking it released on like the 18th normally. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. It's been long awaited. It was earlier than that. Two days. Okay, yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure it's really that. My countdown. 2 days, 13 hours. 14 hours, I guess. I'm so excited. Makes me so happy. And then I don't know if you, I don't know what else you played, but they also announced Farming Simulator 25 is coming out November 12th. So I was like, oh man, should probably get that too. It's an expensive week, but I'm excited. Except that the Pac 12 broke up now, so I'm not to play with. Oh Madden, yeah. I did get Madden 25 just because I like some of the quarterbacks that got drafted. So I think it'll be kind of fun to play with them. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't think I've played a college football game since, or I don't even think I played NCAA football since I played 2014, the year it came out. I don't play a lot of WWE now. It was a fun game to play with like friends on occasion though. But that was when I never got super into. I've been to like yeah, yeah, the show's fun. Set that a little bit. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Yeah, that's one of the games that I just pretty much buy it every year, regardless. Yeah, The show is one of like the only games that I'll actually fully pre-order. I used to do it with like Call of Duties, but then it was kind of pointless after a while. They release games every like 6 months, so I was like, yeah, that's not happening anymore. Plus, I just started playing like Warzone, so you don't need the games for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. With Madden, I was Did you ever play 2K5? I was a 2K5 guy, so I've kind of had a grudge against Madden ever since then. Not gonna lie. It's still fun because it's football, but yeah. If you go back and watch videos of 2K5, like it was so cool. It had like a halftime show with like Chris Berman, and they'd show like highlights from all the other games during your franchise. They'd have like key plays. Like it just did stuff that like Madden still has not been able to replicate. But then Madden didn't want competition, so they bought out the rights to the NFL so that 2K couldn't use real player names, which pretty much just ended the game. So ever since that happened, I was like, ah, yeah, yeah. But that's when Madden started taking a hit too, because which I liked Madden. I played a ton of like Madden 95 and 98 and Madden 2001 and 04, I guess. But yeah, like once they bought out the rights, they had no competition. So that's when they stopped like kind of caring year to year too. Because I think they bought out the rights for like 15 years or something like that, 20 years. So like, I think that's what even kind of sucks about like the 2K baseball game failing is you need competition with these games or they just don't add. They don't do enough year to year to make a difference once they don't have competition. So I don't know. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's how it works, I guess. Yeah, I am too. I'll I'm, I bought Madden 25 just because I bought the bundle. So I was like, whatever. I like the rookie quarterbacks, so I kind of do franchises with like the Vikings in Madden. So I think it'll be kind of cool to do like JJ McCarthy and stuff. But then I probably won't buy another Madden game until it'll be interesting in like 2028 when some of the new stadiums come in. Yeah, I think that's what irritates me with even with the show too. Just how everything's gone to like that kind of format. Even with the show, like they do so much with Diamond Dynasty, and it's like irritates me a little bit because then they don't focus on like the show franchise and stuff. And I know they say it's because of the franchise numbers are down or whatever, but it's also like, yeah, it's also your own fault. Yeah. But like even in the show, like I remember you used to be able to like, I mean, it didn't do anything or have any effect, but you could like set ticket prices and like change the pattern of your grass, and you could do a lot more. And like, even like you could like get your team a private jet. Like it didn't make any difference to anything, but it was like you had all that stuff in there at one point, and then they just stripped it down. And what was it, like 2 years ago? We got like a revamping of scouting, and that was the only addition to franchise. And then it's like cool, like you could do so much more with it. Even just adding that stuff back, even if it did nothing, at least it would be something, you know. They basically like, I think they're trying to switch franchise to like March to October. That's my guess. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do in the show. Sounds good, man. Thanks for coming by, though. Fun chatting. I appreciate it. Enjoy college football 25. Um, Probably Monday. That might switch going forward, but I'm gonna at least try and stream Mondays, and then it just kind of depends. I have my other channels too that I'm gonna start streaming on, so I'm leaning towards doing like a Monday MLB The Show stream, and then streaming like a farming simulator on the other channel. Probably like Wednesdays. So sweet, man. Have a good one. Enjoy college football 25. I know I will. So I think what we want to do is do that. And then how high do we need to go to get over these people? That's not bad, actually. Especially if we can put something else back there. Let's try this. I forgot where the staircase is. I don't do as much with them, but if you go to just go to this YouTube channel, they should be at the top. So it's just like Gopper Gaming. I have an RTS one. An RTS one that I usually play. Well, I'm gonna start playing. I've done some videos, but that'll be like the farming simulator, and then City Skylines whenever I decide to play that again. And then Star Citizen is the other one that I'll probably start doing more with once the next patches come out here. So, but the links are all just on YouTube, I guess. So I'm gonna try and start doing more with them now that my schedule's getting a little more consistent, I guess. So, hey, Ryan. Good. It's getting there. Ah, there's my staircase. All right, sweet. It's not much yet, but that's what we got. We are completely building this one from the ground up. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a heck of a view. Cool. It's a good height. uh, yeah, it takes some figuring out, but they don't actually line up. I'll tell you that right now. Like you definitely have to. I can't really redo it, but like if you watch how I did this, like this one does not really line up. You can see it. But then I guess that's the biggest thing I can tell you is you can get that one on, but then the biggest thing is actually these. Make sure those are actually parallel to this. Don't worry about it snapping to the side of that because it's not going to be even. It'll like take you off like this way. But so you can actually see this one overlaps. Yeah, the snapping is great, but the stands themselves do not line up. Like that part drives me nuts a little bit. So what I do is just try and make sure. I can't get to it right now, but essentially just make sure that the one corner is right there and then the other corner is right there. Don't worry about how it's. Don't worry about how those are. There's a gap there. Just do that first, and then make sure these two are parallel. So it should kind of everything should disappear at the same time. That's how you know. And then do whatever you have to do to overlap that one. You can see if you go to the back, it doesn't actually line up back here, but it doesn't matter because it's can't see that part. So yeah, and then once you have those three in, then snap from those. So once I had that one in, I could snap those three. And then they'll line up correctly. But if you just try and snap off of this, it'll curve. You'll end up with stands that, like, I think the actual angle takes you like this. So you go into the field because it's just horrible. I don't know what's wrong with that home plate one, but they're all going to be like that. Yeah, they do. I agree. Dookie, how's it going? Yeah, I like the game a lot. I don't think it's changed a whole lot overall, but still love playing it. So I think the graphics are a little better. Like it looks, the lighting is better. Ooh, actually, let's do. Change my mind. I like the way this looked before. How have you been liking the game? I think it's good overall. I think franchise needs some love for once, and not just like a scouting update. cover up some heads. Oh man, that sucks. Come on. Head popping through might drive me nuts. I think we need to curve it. I think that's the issue. We'll get to that in a bit. Just gonna test some things, see what it looks like. How do I want to do that? I don't know yet. All right. Actually, let's do this. Thank you. No, I've thought about it. I did actually post on Reddit to do some, and I had a couple people reach out. I ended up super busy for the last couple months, so I ended up not doing them, and I didn't really. I didn't actually have an amount. I pretty much just said they could make a donation if they wanted, but I just was gonna basically use it as material to stream. So I know people like seeing Stadium Creator on stream, but I know how like complex I make my stadiums, so I tend to just do them offline because they take a long time. So it was kind of more of a would be fun to do them on stream kind of thing, more so. So I think we're just gonna mimic this. We're gonna use that to get just essentially using that to get my distances right. Okay. Nice. All right. What kind of stadium do you have in mind? Those are closer. Why are they closer? No, you can still see heads there too. All right. Well, oops. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely something I've thought about, especially with like smaller stadiums, just because I know they wouldn't take as long. Like I max out all of mine to basically like they could each be like 150% memory, so that's why they take me so long. But yeah, like smaller ones would be a lot easier. Now disband. That did not work. That did. Don't need that right now. Probably need that at some point, I would assume. I'm curious. Do you have it uploaded or do you just have it local? That's where it turns. Whoops. Alright. So those two are looking. Oh, crap. That's why it looks different. That one spans another section than that one. Right? Oh, it's because they're. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alright. Let's go. Lame. Alright. Just add it all to that one, I guess. I got thrown off by the stairs only being on that one side. That needs to go. That needs to not go. I'm gonna take those two with me. That needs to go one more section over. All right, now that aligns with that one. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so disband it now. need to do that for either deck there too. Okay, let's do. So then this is kind of the same thing. Like these are a mess. They don't line up right, so I always line them up with something I know is right. Like that. And then you can kind of see how it's going to overlap. But it doesn't matter because it's parallel. And then once you have that lined up, you can actually snap from there. So like that. And that's how you get it parallel. And then once you have that side, you can just set the right height. So now you just have to do this side. Except I'm gonna drop it down and make sure it's parallel with that. So nope. There we go. Wowzers. So yeah, just do that. Overlap it. I just had a different idea. I might want to keep more seats here. And just keep the boxes to that side. But keeping it realistic, we have to keep views in mind. So if there's seats there, that's going to be a terrible view. You're going to have all that blocked. So we need to angle it. Let's save it. We start there. If I mess up, I can just reload it. Where did I start that one? I have no idea. Oh, I haven't saved it yet. That's right. Oh, I don't know which one to save it over. Those are the two new ones, so we can't do that. I don't know which one of those is the most recent one. Pretty sure that's the one I just downloaded. So yeah, all of these are from 23. So pretty sure I can just reload those if I have to. Where's that other biggest one? We can save over one of those. Where is it? Las Vegas Ballpark. That's the one we use. Yeah, we can save over that one, I think. Right? Which one did I use? Thanks. I didn't do these. The minor league ones aren't mine, but I did the other ones. Okay. I don't want to overwrite the wrong one. That's the new one. Oh, we should be able to overwrite those, right? Because that's. I need to reorganize this. Okay, so those are the final ones. Okay, so those are the three final ones. We can overwrite that. Let's do that. Okay. There we go. We're not going to overwrite anything that matters. Cool. So now let's do this. So if we line that up with the foul pole, go there. Pretty much right to the end of that. I don't really know what this is going to do, but we'll try it. So if that one's going to line up, we want about like that. You don't need to pay me anything. Yeah, just give me the name of the stadium. take a look at it right now, maybe, actually. Aligning stance is pretty easy, so it's not that it's easy, it's just it's not like I'm gonna magically finish the stadium in this stream. That's what I mean. Yeah, you can just send it. You can send it in the chat if you want. Thunder Valley. There we go. I kind of like that too. I feel like you're gonna want some premium seats back here, so yeah. If we cut it off there, then they'll be able to see the whole field. So I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's take a look at it real fast, actually. Let's check it out. No, it's not that one. Yeah, I'll look at it. It'll help so I actually know I had the right one too. Make sure I'm connected to the internet on it. Yeah, I get it, man. It's fun to look at other creations too, so I'm down. Not connected to the internet. That's fine. We just have to close it. Plunder Valley. Sounds piratey. Is that a pirate theme? Some treasure.
Hey everyone, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show.
Boog. All-Star game. Ooh, tournaments, huh? Dude, I've seen some fantastic videos on that. What's the one where it's like, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean quote where it's like, must be the best pirate I've ever seen. Guy like hijacks a ship. I think it had like 2 million views or something like that when I looked at it. It's like, holy cow. Alright. I know it's weird. I think you have to search recent uploads. Thunder Valley. Hopefully there's not a lot of them. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, I did most popular. Dang it. Oh, there we go. I don't know your username though. Did you send it already? Let's see. Unless all these are the same one. Oh. Do we know which one is the most recent? Is it the first one? 2.0? Guessing it's that one. Okay. Let's see what we get. Yeah. It's pretty sweet though. So you're just trying to align them behind the home plate? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah. It's gonna mess up some of the other stuff, but yeah. So the way I do home plate is kind of what I was saying before. Just make sure the 2 points both touch it. So essentially, like it's a messy one. Just get it as close like that, probably. So you just try and get like the point into that corner and the other point into that corner as close as you can. If that makes sense. You can use this one if you want, but there's like one shorter set of stands that's I think made for behind the dugout. So if you swap this, it's like this one, I think. See how the paths line up, but it's shorter. Yeah. So then, kind of what I was saying before, the key is to make sure that that's actually parallel, which seems like it is. So then you just kind of put it on the dugout. And then I just match the height with the path, so it seems to be the easiest. Like that. Yeah. So then just kind of crush that in there. Check the height. I actually Actually got that one in the first try somehow. Dang. All right. Yeah. So then once you have those, then you can come back with the longer ones. So if you delete those, now they should be aligned. So you just snap. So that's how you get your alignment there. And those should be on the field now, ish. Yeah. And then same thing with this one. Like that. So that's how you can get it actually aligned. If that makes sense. And the corners are just... The corners in the game suck in general. So you do have that though. So if you just take that and that, and try and get that. Probably the same thing. Yeah, I don't personally use these, but we could just wrap it around, I guess. Kind of use the same concept. And it should be a smaller one, so. Smaller one still. Yeah. Oops. Might have some overlapping. So you can do something like that, or the way I usually do it is just I use the little curved ones. Like that. So if you don't want to get like super fancy going into the corner, what I usually just do is just take these little small ones and then just kind of wrap them around. Usually like offsets by like a row. So end up getting kind of like a taper effect almost. Maybe not this time, but I should get it around the corner, I guess. Yeah. So I just kind of check them all. Yeah. And then just kind of getting to that transition is kind of not great either. So just Kind of depends on what you want to go for. But then I usually just align one with the foul pole. So that gets your seats like parallel that way. And then I don't know, you can like overlap it. Do it that way, or put buildings there, kind of however you want. Sweet. Yeah. I'm sure you can still probably put that in there. Yeah. Still do that. I can probably go closer. Yeah. And then you just kind of do the same thing over here too. Just align it first with the wall. Yeah, that wall's at a different angle, so your seats are going to be angled. So do it a couple ways. You can just do it like that, or it's just continued on. Yeah. And then it just kind of depends on what you're going for from there, I guess. So yeah. It's gonna be a pretty good view for them. But, so I don't know. You could make the like to make the seats higher back here, or you could lower the wall too. Whatever you want to do. But that's how I kind of do it. And then if you want to get, technically speaking, like the small ones are kind of a lot easier to use for the outfield too. Oh, my light just turned off behind me. Yeah. So actually, in a lot of my stadiums, I use these for the outside. Yeah, I'm sure. So I like to use these when the like stadium fills up. You can't really tell that they're bleachers. So and you can do smaller sections, which is kind of nice. Really nice, actually. So yeah, get that out of the way for you. Yeah. Oops. Aligned. Bum, bum. I'll let you take it from there. I don't want to change it too much. So Yeah, no problem at all, man. I'll upload that for you. We'll just save it over something. I wish I knew which one of these was the most recent one. Are they the same? No. I'm pretty sure this one over here is the recent one. Yes. So that should be fine. Okay. I'll upload that for you. That should go. It says failed, but I'm pretty sure it'll upload it in a second. So it usually just uploads after that. Yeah, for sure. Let me know. I'll check again to see if it actually uploaded, but let's see. It should be. Yeah. It should upload. I found that it just means that there's like a delay. So if you hit it like 3 times, it's going to upload it like 3 times. So we'll check back in a second. Yeah, with like the stands, I don't know if you saw the start of this, but that's why I say like using those bleachers is actually a lot better for the outfield because you can just do stuff like that. So that's the other thing you can do with the corners is just kind of cut them off, which is what I tend to do more now. But like I started using the bleachers for the second deck and just kind of going all the way around now. So you can do a lot more with the bleachers versus using those around the whole ballpark. Like I don't ever use those in the outfield. I don't even use those in the outfield now, just because they're too long. So yeah, you can do a lot more with the outfields. That's more fun, in my opinion. So like just creating concourses and stuff like that instead of just stands all the way around. Yeah. So there you go. Makes me want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean again. Have you played you said you play Sea of Thieves. Have you played Skull and Bones yet? I had like the demo for that. I played it a little bit, but I think I got past like the tutorial, and that's as far as it let me go. I'm like, crap. It looked kind of cool. Because I do like pirate stuff a lot. Like I liked Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You actually had a ship. Ah, yeah. I don't blame you. Ubisoft. Yeah. I don't know. I just played the demo. I was like, yeah, it looked kind of cool, but I didn't really know much else about it. Let's see what this looks like if we do this here. Because I have no idea. Oh, you'd have to go a little further. You can cheese it. Nice. Yeah, it's one of those I've thought about. I have so many games I need to play, so I just never got around. I know it's like since it's open world, I know there's like some missions within it, but I know like open world stuff can take so long. Like it can just eat hours, but it does look like a lot of fun. I know that's exactly my yeah yeah. That's my predicament too. Especially since there's other games coming out that I know I'm gonna play too. Now we've got like college football and playing a lot of Farming Simulator the last year. And like Farming Simulator 25 now comes out on like November 12th. So I'm just like, I need more time. Huh. It's gotta be like the worst seat in the house right there, huh? You got a pretzel though. Yeah. Yeah. That's a horrible seat. Alright. I need to change that. We'll just make that go straight. Sorry, lady. Do you play Farming Simulator too? I'm so excited. I think I have 1,000 hours played in that game in the last like year. Like I started on PS5 just to test it out because it was on sale, and then I put like jeez, it was like 700 hours into it, and then like I didn't want to go to PC because well I did, but I'd already gotten all the expansions and stuff for the PS5. But then like Steam had a massive sale and they had like everything on sale for like 20 bucks or something like that. It was like $170 worth of content or whatever it was. I was like, all right, I'll switch to PC. Yeah, the new one looks sweet. What do you play on? Do you play on PlayStation then? Yeah, that was my that was exactly what I was gonna say next too. It's like that's why I wanted to switch because I kept like I played on PS5 all the time and I kept seeing videos of like people using like real pickup trucks and like all this kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, PC would be pretty sweet because you have all the mods. And then yeah, like once I went to PC, I was like, oh man, you could do so much more. And then that took up more hours. So it's just like, oh, it's amazing though. It's such a great game. Yeah, I'm super. Have you watched the FarmCon stuff then? From like the last week, this week, where they showed the gameplay and all that, and any features. I know people have made a bunch of like summary videos, so I watched some of those. If I think some of the presentations are like actually in German, but I just turned on like subtitles and watched some of those. I think they're on the actual like farming simulator channel. Yeah, it's sweet. They go through like all the tech behind it and stuff like that. And like rice is the new crop. I'm sure you saw that from the trailer. So they went through like the tech behind that, like the how you like grow the seeds in a greenhouse and then load them up and then kind of like you have to fill the field with water. So that's kind of that's a new feature. And there was one on like there's one on the weather, so it's like the all the fog and all that. Um, and like GPS is built into the game now, which I never really used, but it actually looks super cool. So there's another presentation. I think that's one of the ones that was in German, but yeah, yeah, and they have more animals too. Um, I think they said they have all the ones from last year and then or 2022, and then what were the new ones? Water buffaloes. There's water buffaloes. There are oh no, I'm blanking. So they have all the normal ones, so like horses, sheep, cows. Um, I would say there were like two more. Two, what does it say? I don't think that's going to the right one. Not at all. feel like there were like one or two more. I'm just drawing a blank. Let's see there. Let's say. I know I talked about it somewhere. Yeah, there's new crops. They have. Oh, they haven't announced the other ones. It's just they have buffalo, the water buffaloes, and then they said other animals, water buffaloes and animals, other animals join cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, horses, and other livestock. And they have 20 overall crops, the new ones being two types of rice, spinach, and other ones. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. I'm excited. All right, so I think what if we just continue this all the way? Just do something like that, maybe. Yeah, I'm so excited. I didn't even know a new one was coming out. And like, oh, it's coming this year, by the way. Like, oh, okay. I'm down for that. So now I've just been playing more of 22 just to, because now I'm too hyped for the other one. So let's try and match that. Maybe I'll just do this. Over here too. Yeah, no. No good way to do that. Okay. I'm just excited for the rice. Baton. That's better. No, it's not. That's not parallel. Is that? It is, isn't it? No. Okay. Whee. Not as much, no. I do some of the. I've done some of like the. What's it called? Not Team Affinity, but like all the little event kind of things, like the showdowns and stuff like that, like the offline stuff. Some of that stuff's fun, but I don't like play online. I pretty much do franchise and then Stadium Trader, I guess. I have not done it in this version though, so I don't know. I don't know much about that. Let's put it that way. I wonder what. If this looks horrible, we're just gonna take it away. But I wonder what it would look like to put like a roof on this. I don't know if that's necessary, but nah, we'll just give them umbrellas. That solves everything. Try not to put any behind home plate, I guess. sun is the other side. Still give them to you. I think that's set back farther. No. Nope. Okay. Do you play it a lot or no? Oh, nice. Yeah. It is fun. I've just tended to do like franchise more, I guess. I think I'm gonna switch this. Let's try something. We don't have a roof on this stadium, so we're making it all sorts of interesting. Oh, dang. You're in England. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Get some sleep. Thanks for coming by, though. That's fun. Of course, man. Happy to help, of course. So, yeah, enjoy. Concourse. Marble. Good night, man. Good morning to you, I guess. Have a good morning. Probably gonna want to match. Well, let's get this out first. Now let's take. That. So I think we want to match that scoreboard actually. So we could bring it out. That could be cool. make that for the other side. But I need to grab everything. Oh, shoot. So if we go. There we go. Now, make sure it's parallel. Okay, so that's supposed to be out. Nice. Okay. Good deal. Oh. Sweet. Yeah, I think this ballpark is going to be fun. I think I'm going to do the upper deck kind of differently too. So, yeah. I think this will be a fun one to complete. What is my upper deck one? I think it's just that basic one, right? off-centered though, so that doesn't make me happy. I'll have to come back and fix that. I think it's off-centered a little bit. That won't be hard to fix though. Yeah, let's just do it real fast. I think it needs to go like that. That one needs to go like that. I'll have to come back and fix that. About 2 rows. That should be a little better lined up. Not look lopsided. Yeah. That looks a lot better already. Good. Good, good, good. Cool. Oh, man. Close that gap. Get parallel. Why does that one look more off? It's the same, I guess. Alright. Never mind. Cool. Kind of want to do like realistic cameras and stuff too. So I want to do like that section goes away. back easily if we have to. So yeah. All right. Bah. All right. A lot of these, and then probably call it a night here too. So. Maybe. If I remember where it is. There it is. My stadium camera. All right. So. Those get faced. At the pitcher. One at the catcher. Or hitter, I mean. There's one. There's that one. Throwing one in here. Man. Oh. Jeez. All right. Cool. I like it. save it. And then I think I'm going to call it a night here too. There we go. All right. So I think we can delete those. Easy to recreate if we have to. So nice. I like it so far. All right, I think that is going to do it for me. Yeah, I need to call it a night. But thank you everybody for joining. This was an awesome stream. I had a lot of fun. So even though it is late night, it's kind of how I do it though. So thank you everybody for joining. And for those that joined that I haven't talked to before. So it's fun meeting new people. But yeah, I kind of like where we're at with this ballpark. So kind of going forward, we'll kind of mix in some stadium creator streams and franchise streams, and probably some road to the show too. Got all of that to keep going. So I'm gonna keep trying to stream for at least one day. I don't know what day it's gonna be yet. I kind of have to see how things are going, but yeah, normally Mondays. So I'm gonna try and keep to that. But if it's not, I'll let you know. And once I know that I'm gonna be streaming, I'll set it up and make it public so you can kind of see when it's gonna happen. So like I said, I'll try and stick to Mondays, but I could switch to maybe like a Wednesday or something instead, just because my schedule is kind of switching around. More like my wife's schedule is switching around, so I might not be able to stream until later on Mondays instead now. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that was fun. I will be back again probably Monday. If not Monday, I will stream Wednesday instead. And then once I get going into things a little more, I'll probably stream some farming simulator as well on the other channel, as I kind of mentioned before too. But last time I tried to do it, it froze up. So I don't know if it's because I'm trying to run it off my PC or what. But yeah, like I said, we'll kind of do trying to stick to at least one MLB The Show stream per week now. Things are gonna get kind of crazy towards the end of the year, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, this was a lot of fun. I like how this White Sox ballpark is turning out. Had some new ideas with this one that I haven't tried with the other ones, and now I kind of want to go back and change some of the other ones too. So we'll see what happens, but we'll get this one done first. This one's gonna be fun because, like I kind of mentioned, we're not doing a retractable roof on this one, so we're gonna have more memory to play with. So the fact that we're done with this part at only 23%, I think that that's good. It makes me happy. So it'll be fun. Yeah, we'll keep going. Anyways, again, thank you all for joining. Feel free to follow along if you want. I do have a Patreon too if you want to support the channel, or if you just want to come chat. I have kind of groups that I set up for each game to just kind of have a fun chat with them as well. Just fun talking video games. So, anyways, that is gonna do it for me. If you want to follow along, and otherwise, I will see you Monday night. So, yeah, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.